Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Adam Burke from BangTheBook.com, coming to you with my Tuesday three-pack, my three favorite plays of the day here for April 2nd. Long time no see, been a little bit busy, did some travel last week and stuff like that, so happy to be back here on our Bang the Book YouTube channel. Make sure you're checking out my MLB betting podcast, The Bettor's Box, every Monday and Thursday. I'll chat on Bang the Book Radio tomorrow with Kyle Hunter of HunterSportsPicks.com and also BangTheBook.com with some thoughts on the Final Four and projections for the national championship game. Check out my daily MLB picks and tips piece over at BangTheBook.com, as well as Parker Michaels' daily NHL picks and Kyle Hunter's daily college basketball picks as we look to round out strong with the NHL regular season and the college basketball season. Parker will keep going through the playoffs, though, so make sure you check that out over at BangTheBook.com. All right, let's dive right in here. Take a look at the Tuesday three-pack, my three favorite plays of the day for April 2nd. One in college hoops, one in Major League Baseball, one in the NHL. So we'll start with the college basketball game here today. Game 723, 724. Hampton takes on Marshall. Marshall, 5.5-point favorite here. Total of 174 in this matchup. Now, a lot of times you would look at these games late in these postseason tournaments, expect them to be played a little bit tighter, expect them to be played a little bit closer to the vest, as these teams are now at a point where they want to win these postseason tournaments. They're not just going out there and putting up stats. But when you look at this game tonight here, Hampton's run off a long string of unders here at the tail end of the season and then on into this conference or into this postseason tournament as well. But I think what that's done here is give us a lower number and give us some value on the over 174. In Hampton's last two CIT games, 79 possessions and 77 possessions in those matchups. So really it hasn't been about slowing down the pace. It's mostly been that Hampton has played a lot of inefficient offensive teams. Now they run into Marshall, a much better offensive team than most of what they've seen here so far late in the year in their conference tournament. And then also, of course, here in this postseason tournament. Adjusted tempo 72.4 for Hampton during the regular season. So with the last two games being at 79 and 77 possessions, it's one of those things where I think the string of unders has given us some value on the over here in this spot. After all, 143 field goal attempts in Hampton's last game. We'll probably get some foul fests here in this one. And also, too, Marshall, 81 and 78 possessions in their last two postseason tournament games here. So they're not slowing down at all either. Should get a lot of possessions in this game. Should get some attempts at the free throw line as well. Two pretty decent offensive teams here. Two teams that do have some shortcomings defensively. Marshall, a bad defensive rebounding team, for example. So I think that we're looking at some points here tonight in this one. Again, when you get deeper into the tournaments, people expect lower scoring games. Between that and Hampton's recent string of unders, I think this total is a little bit lower than it should be. Probably should be in the 176, 177 range. So give me the over, game 723, 724, Hampton taking on Marshall. We move to the Major League Baseball side of things here for game 967, 968. The Minnesota Twins in the minus 135 range, total of 7.5 against the Kansas City Royals. I'm all in on the Jose Barrios breakout here. Looked phenomenal against the Indians in his first start. Some pitch usage changes that are really encouraging for Barrios here this season. 15.6% swinging strike rate in that start against the Indians as a result of those usage changes. Throwing a lot more curveballs, cut down the fastball usage. You get swings and misses with more breaking balls. You get weaker contact with more breaking balls. Really like what the Twins are doing overall with their pitching staff, but especially here with Jose Barrios. When you look at Brad Keller on the other side here for the Royals, the lowest home run to fly ball percentage for a pitcher with a ground ball percentage of 50% or higher, minimum 300 innings over the last 4 years is Alex Wood. That's at 11.1%. Last year, Brad Keller in the 54-55% range from a ground ball standpoint. Home run to fly ball percentage, just 6.1%. When you're an extreme ground ball guy, your home run per fly ball percentage should be higher because you have a lower sample size of fly balls. So Keller's home run per fly ball percentage, very unsustainable in my estimation here for this season and as we go forward. 3.08 ERA last year, 4.26 xFIP. 76% left on base percentage as a starter. Low strikeout rate, marginal average walk rate. I think Brad Keller is a guy that should regress here when he faces pretty good offensive teams. The Twins are one of those. So give me the Twins here, a little bit chalky, but minus 135. I think a bargain because they have the better lineup, the better bullpen, and the starting pitcher advantage in tonight's AL Central matchup. Finally, we go to the ice. Game 053-054. The Nashville Predators, a minus 195 favorite, total of 5.5 on the road against the Buffalo Sabres. And look, the Sabres are absolutely pathetic at this time of the year. 2-12-2 in the month of March. Didn't win a single game in regulation. A minus 35 goal differential over those 16 games. And for Nashville, not only are they fighting for the top spot in the Central Division and the ability to hang another banner at Bridgestone Arena, they want home ice advantage in the first round because taking on either Winnipeg or St. Louis and not having home ice advantage puts the Predators in a very difficult spot. The Jets play 4 road games in 6 days this week, so they've got a very tough schedule. Nashville needs to capitalize on an opportunity like this. They're coming off of a bad home effort against Columbus. This is a 6 game in 9 days for Buffalo. Look, give me Nashville on the puck line tonight. That's in the plus 130, plus 135 range. If you're a little bit scared to take the puck line, you can money line parlay Nashville with somebody like the Twins or something like that. But I think Nashville wins this game running away. The Sabres are not showing any pride here late in the season. I wouldn't expect that to start up tonight. So Nashville on the puck line, number 053, rounds things out for us. So to recap, my Tuesday 3-pack plays are 723, 724, Hampton and Marshall over 174. Game 967, the Minnesota Twins, minus 135 over the Kansas City Royals. And finally, game 053 on the ice, Nashville Predators, puck line over the Buffalo Sabres in the plus 130 to plus 135 range. I'm Adam Burke for BangTheBook.com.